Hi, YouTube. Hope you're doing well. Oh, well, I gotta say what's on my mind. Doggone it anyway. Ah, here I go. Okay, there's another videos I watched that got crude stuff at the end of it. Not right away when I first started watching the channel, but like after a while, and I got to like the person, but I can't bear to watch the end of it all. And I needed to say something, and I know who it's going to hit home with will hit home. And um, depends on who we're trying to reach, I guess, and what we're trying to say to that person that we are reaching, or if we're reaching them. Wow. Okay. Did that make any sense? Well, it needed to be said, whatever. Um, oh, like that one guy that said, if this video isn't for you, you weren't meant to understand it or something like that. Well, it's true. We do have to watch what we're seeing, what we're feeding our hearts and our minds, and it's a big deal. It is. Um, I literally had to separate myself from people that I love in my life, families, because they weren't living and acting the way God wanted us to. And that is a major big deal. It is. It's a deal breaker in any extreme, you know. It's like if I see something on TV and it's garbage. No, here's one too. You know that Toon Blast game? They got a new one where the dude's like just pouring out blood out of him. It's like this, and kids are seeing this crap. This is not natural. This is we all know it's like Satanistic crap. It's one thing right after another, every day, all day long, just a barrage of baloney. So we do have to keep strong in that extreme. And when we see something that we know is unacceptable, we have to speak out about it. So we have to watch for ourselves what we do say and do on our channels. What are we saying to other people? Are we applauding misrepresentation of God? You know, or are we kind of right in between saying, well, just a little bit bad here isn't going to hurt nothing? Well, it might. You might be leading a teenager into porn, into a life of death, you know? So, yeah, it's important. It is. What our message is to people, and who are we trying to reach, and who are we trying to teach, and what are we teaching them with and about, and why, and for who? Oh, all these questions, yeah, important questions to ask. For me to ask you, the person that is getting in touch with, or several, or questions I've asked myself in hard times, questions we gotta ask ourselves to make things right, to do things right. So, yeah, I decided to get back on here. I was wondering how I was gonna say that one, and I just had to spit it out. I guess that's the only thing I can do. It's like, well, I hate to do it, but that's the way it is. It's like, okay, I'm looking at somebody I considered a friend right now. He's got a video up that's Unicorn of the Grand Sigsy. Okay, it's like these people believe there's a creator. I'm not saying these people as they're bad people, but I'm saying these people that don't know who the creator is and can't get in touch with them in their selves. So they're supplying like multiple things where there's only one. It's like throwing out your parent with the bathwater. It's like, um, we'll just put somebody else back in the bathtub because it don't matter. It's a parent. I don't know, or maybe that's a bad uh, comparison. I guess. Let me think. How could I? What could I compare that to? Um, yeah, like trading gods. It doesn't matter what one we stick in here this week. This person has several different videos on, oh, it's the goddess and it's the gods and it's Alice and it's Sophia and the Bhagavad Gita and different this, that, the next thing. It's like to get in touch with the one true God, you know, it's worldwide and there's no words for it. And I know the closest representation of any scripture is in the King James, and even that is hidden and has to be read with your soul. You can't just read the words and think you're going to get anything out of it. You have to feel it while you're reading it. And you really have to know words. You have to know base languages. If you don't know that, if you can, I mean, that's really, you feel with your heart while you're reading. But knowing Aramaic, not Hebrew, look up a word if you're unsure or that word sounds weird in the Bible, look it up in Aramaic. And I believe me, or look up where the base language that word came from. Search it back as far in the languages as you can get it. And you'll find sometimes it's the third definition that's being used, not the actual surface language. So this stuff is tricky and they're trying to fool people. They're trying to tell you, you know, well, look, the Bible's now the Bible's false, so God's false. No, Satan inverted his crap in there. The Bible's still true. It has to be read with our soul, with our heart. And then you get the true meaning, and hopefully, God will show you what words to look up and things like that that don't seem right. They're not right if they're not. I keep saying, but I couldn't say it enough. If it doesn't feel right, then it is something else. I mean, if it feels against your nature, against your heart, your soul, what you know, everything is good. If something's weird in something, it is. So, with all these different religions and even languages, the Tower of Babel came about to separate people, separate God's children from the evil ones so they could hide for these end times. And that's exactly what happened. Because then only the children of God would understand that language in your soul when you're reading. And that's what we're on here for. And we're telling the ones that truly understand. They don't leave you guessing like what love is. Love's going to fight for you. Love's going to get back on here and make you hate me. Love's going to say, hey, you'll be back because I know you know I love you. And hopefully, people that have done stupid things will perhaps help other people that are struggling in that area. It's a very big deal. That's why I decided to get back on here tonight, and um, I had to. It's important. I personally wouldn't put anything on my channel that could come back to haunt me. You know, that's it's like my stupid right back in my face. Like times I was yelling or something at the Illuminati. Yes, that looks foolish. It looks stupid. That needed to be said. But with that said, I'm done with all that. I have peace in my heart. I have God in my heart. I said what needed to be said. I told them what's going to happen if they don't straighten up. And that's all I can do there. Let the evil be evil still, and the righteous be righteous still. So it is pick a side, it's not in between, you know? Seriously, so. But I think I said I hope you're all doing well, and I really do. I really do. And I care. I care so much. I have no words for it. I've been a wreck crying that I thought people were going to ruin their own souls. But God's consoled me that things are going to be just fine and to have faith. And I do have faith. So I'm pretty happy about everything, actually. But I do know that I'm supposed to say what's on my mind for the people that are minding that, because we're sharing words with each other. And even if somebody had meant to slam me or something and said, oh, like your anger or your language is that, yeah, you're absolutely right. Absolutely. No doubt. F and A. No doubt. You know? So, yeah, we're all trying out here, and I am a little older than some. Not all that watch me, but probably most. And I'm hoping you heed my advice, because it I'm not going to say it can mean your soul, but why be set back when you can walk in the door forward? You don't have to back in out of shame. I'd like to see my friends walking in with their heads held high, not on crawling on your knees backwards out of shame. So, yeah, that's probably about where this one is done tonight. But um, thank you for being here. Honestly, thank you so much. And um, please like the video so it gets out there a little ways. Appreciate it. Even if you share, if you find some that really can help other people. I believe there's messages that do help, ones I've heard in my life, either from God or learning it the hard way. But you don't have to learn things the hard way if you hear it and you understand. And them are a gift from God. When I get something like that, it's like, dang, that person's right. So, plus, I was a drug rehabilitation counselor and worked with Head Start and emotionally disturbed teenagers and things in my life out of passions that I have for God, you know. So I've been trying hard, everybody. So could you help me help people? I'd appreciate it. Be warriors. Keep your armor up. I love you. God bless your night. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA.